Hi, it's John Wanoa, Auckland, New Zealand. Today's Sunday the 1st of November 2015, and I just come back from the gym, getting some exercise in, and a membership for the whole year, with a swimming pool and sauna and spa. So it's going to take a little while to get back into shape, to fit the shirt properly. That's our new shirt, but it's a little bit tight for XL from China. It looks quite nice, but I think I have to get some more. And they send 5 of them, and supposed to send 2 different colours. The khaki, light khaki, or off-white, and this green one. So as you can see, it's looking a bit. I had to lose a little bit of weight to fit into it. The XL size of Chinese is a little bit small for oversized normal size here. Anyway, on the bright side of things, just an update for where we are with the Tii Marae Declaration of Independence Day. Was a success as far as we're concerned from Matauri Bay. Ngati Kura Marae, and our meeting we had there, or hui, with the Taumata there, Hohepa Epiha. Very good man, and I learnt a lot from him, and I think vice versa. He learnt a lot to put the history into perspective with this flag under the Pohutukawa tree in Tangaire, over the hill from Matauri Bay. It was a beautiful place, and we stayed up there for 5 days, communicating through the technical side of things and the legal side, as well as the corporate part of this flag. And he's really got it now. And Kingi Taurua, the other oldest Taumata, or Taumata is the chief of Tii Marae, or chief of any marae. That is a court under itself, native assessor, and where we get our authority from one hapu to the other, and take it up to Tii Marae for consent, or tautoko, as they call it. So the taumata is always the main arikis on the front of the marae as you go in the door on the left, and on the right is the manihiri taumata from other maraes. In that marae is the upper house of the parliament that's supposed to be functioning since 880 years now, and it still hasn't quite got off the ground. Next time it will. We're going to reconstruct the taumata from the origins of the flag under the tree in the stream where all the chiefs met at Tangaire. It's about 5 minutes from Matauri Bay towards the north. A beautiful place, setting, and so from that point the Parliament, or the gathering of the chiefs to sign the agreement, the 1835 Declaration of Independence, went from there to Tii Marae, as it is on Waitangi blocks. I have got the original title for there of one house, the Ututonga's title, one house of the whole of the Bay of Islands, original. So I'm holding that as a key factor to the origins of native title there, and I'm holding the original titles here to Auckland of the origins of the British title. So both different titles, a native title and a British title, UK, Westminster, of King William IV, this flag, in 2 places of jurisdiction that we're going to the court, the district court. I'm going there. I have all the documents here from Natalie Flower Dew Brown, she delivered it to me, the CIB, part of the detectives. She's a detective. So I'm mounting a case against her as one case, and another fraud case against the two landowners, Simon Brent Roundtree and James Pierce Brown. So those two will have another court hearing and they'll lose it outright. And it's just hooked to that same police court hearing, and all those people who interfered or got in the way are third party to a private contract with this flag. Okay. Now I heard that it's flying on the Spirit of Adventure. I'm just looking at their site, Spirit of Adventure Trust, on the corner of Key Street and Custom Street. They've got a CEO there. I'm going to get in touch with him of their flying our flag of a contract on their ship. Now I only heard that at Waitangi of the other group there, Matua Karanga, by Charles Hohepa, or Joseph, that's his surname, if you put it that way, to put the names in perspective of what he's doing and what I'm doing with the Taumata from the origins of the flag. So all those people who are flying their flag, you've got to have the complete history to it and its jurisdiction to be flying that flag for any organisation. I'm warning everyone who is flying this flag, from the two chiefs or the whole 7 Taumata at Tii Marae, that I'm going to be organising a rehashing of that Taumata for the Taumata themselves from Hohepa Epiha. So he's very experienced. He's the second oldest to Kingi, to being the head of Tii Marae, and both Taire, descendants of Taire, and Ngati Rahiri is the key gatekeeper of this flag, and that marae belonging to the Tii blocks at Matauri Bay of origins of that hapu. So that's why I'm there. I just want to let you people know that I'm putting my full weight behind the chiefs on that Taumata, why they gave me the first chance to talk, even though the other group, Matua Karanga, took over the whole place, and unfortunately for other Taumata and their rangatira missed out. That's not called for, because I've been going to that marae for the last 15 years, right up till now, and we know the protocol of how it runs. And that's why I'm more respected in the sense of being there all the time with the chiefs and expressing its implications of its legal side of law and order. So you'll see me put a new site for the court cases on Facebook that I will be sharing with you the complete case of Natalie, Detective Natalie Flowerdew Brown, and her amount of case against me. So I may as well show you these everything that she's given me will be online. The YouTube footage of our case, and it's the way she's saying it on behalf of the owners of the land or the victims. It's the police that's getting in the way as a third party, and they have no jurisdiction or no sovereignty or no queen, and that's why they're not swearing to anybody. So we've got more material here, and it's got on this book. You see, you can see police versus John Wanoa, photos and exhibits. So you'll see all the marshals in here and their photos through the book. Okay, you'll see it online. I'll put it online. And we're not afraid to be here doing this job, and we're doing the same job as what the Americans are doing, worse. to people in Israel using the same laws to vandalise and terrorise people. So we are not as bad as what they're doing, using the same Admiralty law of King William's on people. So all the photos are in this book, and then we have the a trespass notice. Okay, a trespass notice. All these things have come late. They've all come late, and that's what's that one? You can see on here. It's got a CRN number. Now this is where I'm going to catch them in the fraud, with this PRN number, using my name in capital letters, as you'll notice. I want you to see where the fraud is of the Crown. It's right there in my name. You see John in lowercase and my surname in uppercase. This is the biggest fraud scam this government is going through all these years. I'm going to put it on them that they're stealing money off you by using these capitals as corporate. They make you into a trust, and then they take your name and you and make money from you in the bonds. They've already done a bond on me, the judge, and the three of them. The registrar, the judge, and the the police prosecutor, another police detective that was there, not this one here. So they're flicking around, no Bible to swear on. These are all the laws. They're breaking their own laws with the Crimes Act 1961, Section 91, Bar 1. So they're Detective Natalie Flowerdew Brown, Auckland City CIB. So she's got all the details in here. This is going to be one hell of a battle to finish them off. Okay? Finish them off in their fraud. I'm catching them committing fraud right in front of the world, because it's the same acts of civil law, UCC law, that the Pope destroyed. And they're still using it. That's what I'm saying. You're going to get caught. You have no authority to use these laws that are redundant. They are redundant. They are written off and written out. So this is a trespass warning on the 30th of October that Natalie dropped to me, and she wanted me to sign one copy for her. I won't sign any. I put it on a blank paper. I signed on a blank piece of paper, not on their papers. Not on their papers. So I've got issues about their papers, because I can turn them around the other way and use the common law on them. And you'll notice you'll see my name in big capitals. All your documents that I'm warning everybody, all your documents you get from the government is fraud, with your name in capitals. Anything that's been forged by the bondholder, well, it starts from the registrar who put this on this paper, and the police who put their name on here. She signed it, look. She signed her own death warrant, because that's what the sheriff's badge is for, is a death warrant. You can shoot you, or hang you, or strangle you. That's what this flag is, with this 8-point star, New World Order, 8-point star. I'll put it on, I'll explain it, why they're going into a dangerous area, and also with the marshals having the same thing, you've got tournament holdings in capitals. So this is the devious, corrupted business transactions of the Crown itself and those people who are administering it. Okay, I can tell you now, the judge is the captain of their ship that's forced its entity onto my land in Auckland, and they've put a bar so that it separates the people on the land from the people on the sea. They come off the sea of Admiralty with these documents, okay? And I'm going to put the Sea of Admiralty King right in front of them to push them back in the sea. All right, so you can see that her name, she's put her name in, no, it's not even on there, but on the charge sheet, it has it here, look. I'm telling you, see my name is in capitals? I'll put my finger, the surname there, right? I'm just telling you. And you'll see her name, summary of facts, the PRN number, this PRN number here, I'll got my finger on. That's the forgery. That's the forgery of my birth certificate, right there. It's not even disclosed. They don't tell you that they're using your birth certificate for crimes under this Crimes Act. Over here, the charges. We're putting that on her. Whoever opens their mouth in the court hearing, the first one who opens their mouth will get this right in front of them. Okay, so with her versus, it's got police. See, they put police versus. Police is a company. Look, in capitals. Anything in capitals is going to get a big bill from me, from King William and Moai Crown, because that's what the Pope said. Clean them up in your own acts and your own native law over their law, assuming laws, okay, Parliament laws. And so they try and fool you. They also put Quinton Douglas in capitals, you see, to confuse you. They're not even business, they're only the workers in that office, you see. They put them in capitals as if they're corporates. They're not going to fool me or Moai or any of our chiefs, because our chiefs are watching how I do this case successfully, and the United Nations lawyers will be there. I told her, I saw her cringe, because I'm going to be prepared every day to get my case ready, and the marshals will have their lawyers that will clean them out, because they are fraudulent. This government and their police are fraudulent, and we're going to catch them right out, because they've already broken the law with the judge putting bail on me. They'll have to explain the bail and whose money they're getting for the bail for me. Okay? And they can't go into my account because they haven't given permission, and they haven't disclosed it's going into my account bank number. They've only got PRN numbers, and you see here, on one it's got a PRN number. It says here, look, 199536. And it's got the date of birth, and that's the fraud. That is the fraud that everybody in the world has been shafted and crooked, and the Pope has destroyed that evidence so that nobody can use it. These fools here, the police and the courts and the judges and the lawyers, are fools to use this law that will go against them in this court hearing. Okay, even though they've got their own courts, they are not permitted to use those laws and making money through fraud and mortgages. That land is already a mortgage fraud. In that site, I'm going to catch them in another case of fraud against the two landowners. The whole lot and the government is going to get whopped in one shot, because that took me 6 years to work that out. Okay, and we're going to see who is right in the court. Okay, that court's there for us to, the King's Bench side of that court we're going into. I don't have to go to the High Court, because I'm not claiming money through them. I'm claiming it myself over them as the judge, the native assessor that's supposed to be on the other side, inside the courts on this land, as co-pilot on a silent king's partner. Okay, we're not silent anymore. We're voicing our king's voice in the courts, because the Queen is gone. You see, there's a number of things that have happened that they are fraudulently thinking they can do it without a king, a queen, or any substance of title, but a whim. Okay? So injuries to the victim. No injuries were sustained by the victims during the incident against me. So who's the victim here? Me or the police with their name in capitals? Police. Okay? They're not injured. They're covering the fraud for the landowners and those people on the site, because they said I'm the ringleader. Okay? I'm the ringleader. No, I'm the administrator. I'm the creditor, and I am the judge of any court in the world under that flag, okay, of King William IV. He's the only one that put these laws together in his parliament to do this. Grounds for opposing bail. So these are all the documents. I won't go through them all. I just wanted to visually show you before my microphone goes and disappears. So we've got some stuff on myself. and this is the one I signed on a piece of paper. Look, you can see my name there, all right, to Natalie, and she's got the other part of this. That's how I do my signatures. I do it separately. I, John Wanoa, received some documents from Natalie Flower Dew Brown to look over. See, to look over, nothing else, to look over, because I'm going to mount the same case against it. Summary of facts. So I've got summary of facts of stuff, and a few more things, and statements from the people on the site, and so now we've got third parties lined up here. Okay, all the people who are complaining should have been off that site. Legally should have been off the site because they were warned long enough, and they're not lawyers. The lawyers won't do anything because they're in trouble too. So that's why they think that the police can fix a law problem. No. We're going to open it up for you to see, the people of the world, to be the judge of what the judge is going to do. Okay? Disclosing everything to the public like how I always do, and I'll put some of the videos on there of all the notices we have taken into the police station and delivered them by hand to the owners of the land. We gave them plenty of time to challenge our title. They failed. Even with the marshals, they took an eviction notice in. They failed to respond to that. Right? They are real. If you went to a court in London, it will come back and take them out. Okay? So we've got the job sheets here of the police involved. So there's a big operation, but however, they're going to have to pay for it. They're going to have to pay everything what they have done wrong and breaking the law. Okay, so I'm going to go through all these documents for you to explain them all. Okay, there they are. And so I'm going to explain how to do a case successfully in their own law, New Zealand law. Okay, and our law, the native law, common law, King's law is common law, and also the Pope's new law, the New World Order. Okay, so we're acting as if we're the New World Order, because that's what he says, and it's not anybody's business but ours. I'm just telling the Taumata they have every right to use this flag as the authority in those 8 points of the New World Order, Irish St. Patrick's order, on our documents. So that's really what I wanted to say today, and to the CEO of the Spirit of Adventure ship on the office on the corner of Key Street and on the end of Custom Street. I'll be writing to you, or I want you to explain to me who gave you the authority to put this flag up on your ship, because we are getting a ship to put it up on, and that will be the only ship it's allowed to go on with the Taumata of Tii Marae's authority as the Confederation and the Parliament. The Hapu, it'll go under the Moai Hapu Parliament, not Maori. Everything in Maori can be crossed right out, and all those other iwis can have that because it's debtor. Everything that's got Maori on it will be debtored against the Moai Hapu, the native, the real native indigenous people. So that's been switched. Everything's been switched by the Crown to be devious of their law to deceive the natives, not the Maori, the natives of this flag and King William IV jurisdictions to use. We are using our authority now, and we have a right to use it through the United Nations when they come here, because I'll be the legal advocate when the King of Hawaii comes here for John Manga, and they will deal with anything corporate under the Queen, straight through America, straight to the UN, straight to Westminster, and where I'm going in England when we get this one sorted. So I'm glad that I had a chance to talk to Kingi, although his question was this: John, I want to know what is the answer to implement our sovereignty, This flag is sovereignty. This flag is sovereignty without the Queen and somebody's authority of sovereignty on our birth certificates. This government in Wellington, New Zealand, is using a sovereignty of some sort. And Prince Charles is coming here to try to steal this flag. I say to you, Prince Charles, keep right away from this contract. This is a private contract. You're getting yourself into trouble with your mother. Already, pedophiles, already violated and treason against the British people. I'm going to Britain to hang you. Okay? I'm making this public. I've already said it many times that you're ready for the rope, Queen, and the people following you, your Maori people, iwis, are following in your footsteps. I'm making this quite clear, that this is what this flag's for, hanging people. The Hanging and Chains Act, 1833, 1834. And that applies with us because we haven't changed our Statute Acts of Parliament. It's still in the lower house. It's still in the lower house, goes into the upper house. When I go back up to Tii Marae and have a meeting with the Taumata and the 38 hapu of Ngati Rahiri and Ngati Kawa. Ngati Kawa is around the Waitangi blocks, and Ngati Rahiri is around the Russell, and on the other side of Matauri Bay, all those bays around there, having a meeting. Pull all the Taumatas together, the chiefs, and that's who all I'll talk to, nobody else. I'll only talk to the chiefs, only. Taumata, at the parliament level of the upper house, because that's what the Tii Marae was set up for. No rangatira supposed to be talking in front of the Taumata. Only Taumata from visiting hapu. Okay? So all this work and talk should have been done at home, not in front of the Taumata on that marae. It's a very quick process, and thank goodness Kingi's starting to get the gist of it, how that works. And Hohepa Epiha has the answer. He's always had the answer, but no one was listening. So I knew that all along with what Mohi Manukau was saying, and the Confederation. Richard Kake, Machi Tarawa, Suni Kura, and Dewi Hongi, Hare Ututonga, Mohi Manukau, and some more other ones, Dan Davis. So they were all there with me. I'm holding all their stuff in my head, every single thing of the flag, more than anybody else, and including the original titles. The original titles to the TT block, TB3 Trust, that block. I've got one house there. It says I was here and no one around. That's the Ututonga, comes from the east coast on my blocks of land. Okay, that's where that comes from in that time period, 1830 to 1837 of King William IV. Forget about every other year. Forget about every other king and queen. This is the period of this flag authority that got you here, you know, onto these lands and around the world, into everywhere the Queen went, and Queen Victoria and King George III, the father of King George IV and King William IV and Ernest Augustus I. Those three brothers and their father put this whole Admiralty mortgage lands on the lands, and the Rothschilds ripped it up for themselves, and the Vatican Church and the Church of England. Okay, I'm just explaining everything. Kingi rang me up and said all the churches are upset with me. Well, I must have hit a nerve. It must be hitting the right target. Okay, if you're nervous, you people, you're nervous because you've been cheating on the natives. And I've got every single title that will trump every other title on the native to Britain. Okay, and I'm just getting ready in the right attire, in the right uniform, with the right coat of arms on these shirts. Right, I've just got another shirt to get looking the part. Better than Queen, better than Prince Charles and Prince William, better than them. They are fraud, fake, under the Queen's side, King George the 1st, 2nd, 5th, 6th, is fraud corrupted. This is the right kings. King George the 3rd, the 4th, and King Ernest Augustus the 1st. Those are the 4 kings that I have anything to do with. That's created this Admiralty mortgage documents of title, and the land transfer titles, and the banknotes. They are responsible, not the other side, not the Queen's side. They are just vice admirals, homemade, and defrauded everybody. Now they're running away. The Queen's run away to Brussels with all the money. We're going after that with the British military, with this flag, in the 250 countries, and let alone 193 countries where the Pope has gone. All right? So we're going after it. We're going after it from Tii Marae. So, Kingi, if you're watching this video, this is your moment and of time that I'll say it like this. It was Sue Nikola's responsibility to remove that obelisk of the 1840 treaty that's outside on the ground at Tii Marae and destroy it and put the original 1835 plaque up in its place. That obelisk went up in about 1953 when Queen Elizabeth reigned in 1952. Right? Now, she had the right idea to get your sovereignty back. How to use your sovereignty, bowl that one over. And every other memorial standing on your land, in your road. And that's what we're going to do. Bowl them over and put our own up. That's what Israel's doing. They're going to bowl everything over and put their own things up. You see how the Rothschilds bought Israel, then that's only illegally with this flag of authority, the mortgage, okay? It's just the mortgage paper, piece of paper, throw the paper away and you got nothing. So, once that's done, Kingi, that's the only way to get rid of this government, is to knock that over and put the one that Sue Nikora put together the plaque. It cost enough, over 2,500 for that, the plaque with the Confederation on. Put that up and make another big memorial, even of a Moai. Okay? You put a Moai there, you put that on there, the whole world's stuffed after that because the king is going to take over after that. Okay? King Augustus the 5th, King of Britain, UK, and Moai Pacific world. The new world order, in that order. Okay, that's what I want to say. That ship here is offensive for any ship to be flying this flag without the chief of Tii Marae, Kingi Taurua, is the oldest chief there. He holds the mana of the whenua land. Okay, the mana whenua of the land. I'm going to fix it all up for him because at the moment he wants to occupy some land up there and do the same as what we're doing and see if what the police are going to do when they arrest him. Well, to save him doing a rangatira job as a taumata, it's better to do it this way, Kingi. Let us do it. Just return the plaque to me like you said you were going to drop it off. That's fine. And then I'll get Sue to do the honour because she thought of it first. From the Confederation and Glass Murray. That's what I try to tell everybody at Tii Marae, but they've got their own different ideas. No one's got the titles, and no one's got the know-how, and no one's got the ideas in Maori to go to the United Nations other than Sue Nikora. She is the most proficient of the professors to do that job. And for her Maori government, I'm afraid it'll have to change to Moai Hapu world government. Okay, you got two governments. The Taumata is okay in Matauri Bay, but that's up to Hohepa to start the Taumata off. I'm quite happy with their incorporation's way of doing things, but the documents will have to change and take all the UCC off. All the tikanga Māori will have to be rehashed, and the government's one got rid of. So, Kingi, once that obelisk is knocked over, with a big audience there. The government here is gone. They have no title anymore. And everything that's done in the world under the Queen will be gone. Just one shot. As soon as it banged over, smashed the bats. And the other Confederation, this flag, put up over there on that land to the tree. So there's a karakia there for that to happen. We had a karakia already, Kingi. We had this out already with the Taumata at the time. We signed it and blessed it. Blessed her plaque, and it's supposed to go up. Well, I don't know what happened to that after that, because she was surprised. And when she came back up again, she asked me, John, go and get that plaque. See, she was right. Go and get that plaque. But somebody stopped it from being pulled down. And the other Pākehā fellow was going to pull it down. I won't say his name, but he's on our side. See, there's good Pākehās that know how this works. And I'm going to work with them up there. All you people up in Whangarei and up north, I'm coming up there to work with the Taumata on Ngati Kura Marae. We're going to take over straight to England from there. From there and from East Cape, Taumata and Rapana Ka, and the other ones there that get on with, and my people. Those are my people over there, my football players of the old days. So we're going to do it that end and that end up there, and put it all together, all the finance and the pound note, and the debtors levy instrument against it, all those people that are in the court. We've got a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to put their names right there to build them. I'll take the note with me, and I'll write it out in front of them. To build them straight. They'll lose everything. They'll lose everything when we get the support coming from the UN and from Britain. The military can come here and take this government right out. And all the people who have been rubbishing us. The news, Stuff News, you, and News on the Herald, you, writing things about us, intimidating us and writing about us, this and that and this and that, when we have authority of this flag and jurisdiction over this country, and the people on our side, and not you elite people going to get bills all over you, okay, all over the world. That's what the flag is, all over the world. Okay, doesn't matter where you go, we'll soon find you. But when the military, the British military, gets the pound note to fund everything, and they'll go and chase after it, and every other military around the world will go after it with this flag. Now, for those people, even Matua Karanga, if you haven't got the authority in the right manner, then there's something wrong with your organisation. If it's not up to scratch with the titles, I'm saying with the right surnames, not yours and borrow somebody else's name and borrow back. You can't talk for someone who's dead. You can only talk for yourself in person, like me. I talk for me, Kingi talks for him, and Hohepa Epiha talks for him, straight to his name, straight to my name, and not someone else's. So if you've got a name, and you're talking in front of me, and you haven't got those books I had at Waitangi, you're out. You're out. You don't have stand up to this. You can't make decisions for this flag, only those Taumata chiefs and me. Okay, because I've been given that job from the real Confederation, not one that's dreamt out of somewhere, nowhere, or put together and put people and make them buy or pay for something they already own. You don't go buying back land either. I said that in front of the whole lot of you. Everything I'm saying, and you call me liar. You call me liar, you people call me liar and call me this and that and this and that. Well, I'm afraid to say you've got no information to stack up against what I took in that bag. And I'm going to put on a full presentation, and I don't want any hecklers there either, because the marshals will be there this time at the Marae, at Ngati Kura Marae. I've got a big screen. I'm just going to get me a projector. I'll be up there, and I'll go through one shot. One shot, preparing that marae and its mana, its sovereignty, straight to Tii Marae from that block in that tree, have a karaki in there, have a karaki to Marae, to the tree, and to the Tii Marae, and that's it. That is it. Start working to pull that obelisk down, Kingi. That's what I wanted to tell everybody. And this video, I can say it from this angle, because it's up to you to implement that idea from Sue Kura. Not from me. She and me will do the job and clear them out off the land and write the pound note out against every single person in the elite right through the will, and those ones here who have been in our road, and the police, 15,000 police, is going to get a note against them, including Natalie. If you're watching this video, Natalie, you're going to get a pound note right against you. You'll lose everything, because you know why? I see it. You have no titles to this land to be here. You can slide your ship back in the sea and gone back where you came from. That's what's going to happen. That's what the Pope said. He's got 193 armies right there beside me. Okay, with their flag. That's the power I'm wielding here at the moment with my new shirt. That's too small for me, because the Chinese are little people with little shoulders, and this is an XL, didn't fit properly. So I gotta go and wait for a few more days to get some more and make them fit. It's not a shirt, but I won't show the bottom because it's a little bit tight around my stomach. I go and cut it off at the swimming pool in the gym, and that'll take a little bit of a while. But I'm going to get fit. I'm going to lead. We need leaders. We need leaders. Okay? We need leaders in this country. Pākehā, Indian, Chinese, whatever. They're all the same. We're all the same. We're just getting this right. And we're going to go around the world on this flag and trade in 250 countries. Not one here and one there and one there and think you're going to get one or lose one. No. Moai and King William IV will take over this country this time, organised with a Commonwealth government, the King, the Moai, Crown, King William government, Commonwealth government of the world. Okay, we're all ready. It's on my website. Ready to go. Just need money, kick it off, then everything will jump into plan. The tidal turbines, the rest, the whole works. The buildings, the everything. Okay, so don't underestimate me or our ability to get this sovereignty issue sorted, Kingi. Okay, so that's my answer. As soon as you drop that plaque, I'll be on the phone to Sue Kura to organise her to come up to Matauri Bay. She'll be watching this video because Taumata Reid and those other hapus down there will go and tell her, and they'll get her up here. When Hohepa Epiha gathers his 38 hapus together this time, it's a lot of work for me. It's a lot of work for me, legal work, but hey, I can handle it. I can handle it, and I'll get beefed up so that I can handle anything from a general, from a sheriff's point of view. Okay, sheriffs confiscate with their flag. Sheriffs confiscate. Marshals investigate. And marshals surround the area and a state of emergency. Okay, that's what they did. They go and removed them out, and the sheriff comes and seizes everything. And that's what's going to happen with the 61 Cook Street. It's going to show you the fraud. That's why we put that video on there. The public will know who's at fault. Who is at fault? After 6 years, it's taken to trap the whole lot of you. The police, the lawyers, the judges, the landowners, the elite, the bankers, the everybody, and the government. The ministers in the government are in that fraud land block because they all had something to do with it, even land information and the Australian surveyors. Right? The land surveyors, Don Grant, he's the boss of LIMS. He forged a little road and changed the deed name, put the deed name onto that title there, then discharged it on that land. See, you people don't know. You do not know land titles as much as I do, because Rogan's in my family. Okay? The Rogans, judges, put those together, and that's my business to carry on that side of the law. Okay? Right, that's all I want to say, apart from warning Kingi and Kingi Taurua, you are the oldest chief on Tii Marae and the last man standing on his feet, regardless of what anybody says. You take my advice and remove that plaque, that memorial. I know you were doing it before, but got stopped. So this time we will do it in front of everybody, and I will be heading that too with Kura. Okay, she's very good at Maori. She's very good at politics. She's the Maori policy maker of Jeffrey Palmer that put together the 86 Constitution. She can rip it up. She'll rip it up and go back to the 1852, or better still, 1835 Constitution. This flag is a Constitution. It's the Admiralty flag of jurisdiction of mortgage lands and levy debtors instruments. It is a bank flag of commerce in the world, commerce, 4 corners of the earth. The world flag, it is a world dominating flag of the 8 kings. Right? King George the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and King William the 4th, and King Ernest Augustus the 1st. 8 kings, 8 points, and the top one, Queen Victoria, is now King William. Defaults back to King William because the Queen corrupted it, and the trust of Queen Victoria goes back to King William the 4th and his 7 wakas in the Pacific. The blue is the Pacific Ocean, and the black line around there, around that little red cross of these four kings, is the British military protectorate. They are there as investing interests in what we recover, and they'll go and recover it because they're our partners. The British military is our partner. Okay, the British military and the government, not the Crown, but the government of Britain, UK. We're going to patch up the 4 states, England, Wales, Ireland, Scotland, and Hanover, and the Pacific, Moai Pacific, and the world with this flag. This flag will take the New World Order over with its St. Patrick Irish Church order as being the authority and the jurisdiction that the Pope is using for the 193 countries' armies that signed up with Obama. We'll seize on that. We'll confiscate everything with the 8-point star badge. And that's the authority I'm talking for King William IV as his surrogate king in the meantime to nominate and put in Ernest Augustus V as the new King of England, not Charles. And Charles is coming to New Zealand, whatever reason for. Keep away from this flag. Prince Charles, I'm warning you to keep away from this flag and do not use it on your documents, because you're not a contract to it. You're a third party and you'll get slammed. The same as what the Queen is getting slammed at the same time. And Prince William, you stay right away from this flag, because it is our contract, our property, and our business. It's none of your business. To be anybody using this flag is going to get a pound note written right over it from me, the chief, and the Taumata chiefs up at Tii Marae. Okay, that's what I want to say. A little bit long, but however, I wanted to say everything to Kingi Taurua of what the question he wanted answered by everybody had no answer. That is your answer, Kingi. I couldn't say it because that decision belonged to Kura. But since you said you're going to give the plaque back, you didn't say it up there, you said it back here, then I'll tell Sue that that's what's going to happen. I know you had an attempt at it before, but I think the people who stop you will agree with me that it's going to go and fall down. It's really going to get smashed out, and all its documents attached and all its laws is going to go in the scrap heap where it came from, and the ship let go in the sea and sank. Okay? All those aliens can go back in the sea. John Key, this is for you. Do not use this flag for any political reasons or any superficial authority of King William IV in Admiralty, mortgage, bank loans, or anything to do with finance and trade and jurisdiction of mortgages or liens or credit. because everybody's watching what I'm saying. I can talk for this flag, you can't. I can talk for this flag, no one else can. This way. Okay, unless you got all the documents, unless you got everything there from the chiefs gone by, you can't win. Okay? That's what I'm saying, John Key. Stay right out of this with the spirit of adventure. Trust. That's a trust. You see, another trust. That's what the Pope said. Get rid of the trust and the corporations. He destroyed the trust and the corporation. If you're using your laws in New Zealand and the trust, while the Pope has said to destroy them, he's told me to say it in his latest statements as citations on you. I have citations against you all on top of the case I'm doing in your law against you as fraud criminals. All of you are fraud criminals. I'm going to show everybody in the world how to catch a fraud criminal in the government, the Crown corporations for the last time. Okay, thank you very much, people. And I'm getting fit up and very good at it now. And so we'll catch you later. And I want to watch the news shortly and catch you and our crew, our people. And it's good to see Jamie's taking some notice of what's going on and stay in the loop. Although she's attending to family matters, and she will come back in as soon as we get some traction going. But we've got to get moving and catch up with everything. We've got our American lady over in Hawaii, and so she'll hope she'll come back to New Zealand to help us, or rather help the hapus, because I've got to set the bank up with the pound note. Okay, I've got to set the bank up with the pound note. With all those people, with all their money in the world, we've got ours. We always had the pound note. And the Rothschilds will lose theirs because we'll bankrupt them, right, on behalf of the people. Now, I'm doing what Hungary does. Foreclose on the banks and give the money all back to the members who join us. Okay, so all those people who are on the Queen's side, who are on the corporate side, who are on the elite side, who are on the government here in New Zealand side, is going to get a bill. Every single one of you is going to get a pound note on your head. Okay, that's what the chiefs say. What the chief says goes. Okay? Because you have no part in a private contract between us and the King of England. Okay? Thank you. Bye. See you later. I should have been looking that way. See you later.